Open range 345 RLS here at Aylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Very well kept used RV. This is a top shelf piece in top shelf condition, and that is nice. I've seen instances where folks have purchased a good piece, they're not taking care of it properly. This is not the case. For instance, I mean, take one glance at the skin here and it still has its full shine. The decals are still even glittering. I mean, look at that right there. This thing is a beautiful piece in top shelf condition. We're an open range dealer, so I'm very familiar with this product, and I really like seeing them come in like this. It's hard to get them used because you don't tend to upgrade from an open range, you upgrade to it. And in fact, that's kind of the case here. They're not upgrading, they're actually moving away a little bit from the RV industry, or RV lifestyle, as it were. The underbelly here is absolutely enormous, huge, super tall, super wide, especially wide. You can actually just, like, if you have a full folding picnic table, shove that in here. It does have a removable ladder on the back. This has a rear window. A lot of manufacturers just won't put a window on the, or a ladder on the back of an RV that has a rear window. But you still should be able to get up there and perform, you know, normal seasonal maintenance and whatnot. And this one is equipped to be able to do that with a removable ladder system. Obviously, the look of this thing is just killer. Actually, while we're standing here, one thing I want to point out, it looks big. Because it is. I kind of call this one the hammerhead because it looks like it has this big shark fin sticking out the top. But open ranges are wide body. They're not 8 foot wide like most RVs. They're 100-inch wide body. You're going to get 4 extra inches of interior living space here. Now, on top of that, on this side of the RV, the big living room slide is 42 inches deep instead of 36. So you're getting an extra 10 inches of space in the living room with an open range as compared to virtually anything else, especially in the size category. It is flat out bigger than anything else. Again, all your mechanicals, everything's in good shape, very well kept. The strong iron stabilizers are something that is just worth its weight in gold for keeping this thing from rocking and rolling around a campsite. And they work so well, it's almost a shame that more fifth wheels don't have them. Now, things that keep this in good working order, stuff like this. This is aluminum seam trim. They don't use plastic screw trim because when plastic is exposed to the sun, it shrinks and expands and shrinks and expands, and over time it does slowly lose size. If this thing lost size, you would expose this seam and have a water leak. This won't happen. Aluminum screw trim holds its shape. That's just not an issue. The propane tanks here are on this easy slide out system. Now there's 2 on this side, there's another over there. So you do still have 60 pounds of capacity, but they like to use 20-pound tanks because they're just easier to manage. You know, you don't have to lug along a big 30-pound tank. This does have a full automatic leveling system right here, so it is about as easy as they come. And a big thing with open ranges is the Privatised docking center here. So you can keep all your stuff away from the cold, like your gate valves and whatnot. The 10-gallon fast recharge gas electric water heater, one of the best things out there. It really is the best pound-for-pound water heater in use today. And even just little things like this, the previous owner added on a little like sewer tank holder right here, sewer hose holder to keep their outside stuff away from their inside stuff. Fully enclosed, forced air heated, insulated underbelly. This is a very well insulated unit. It is well insulated from the roof, slide outs, floors, everywhere, so that this thing does hold up well for extended season use. I love the radius rear wall and rear cap. That is something that has faded and is no longer used. Not like this is physically faded, I mean it's faded from use. That was poor phrasing on my part. My wife will tell you I'm just really not good with words and the talking and things. Anyway, big windows that do open for ventilation, and that's a key factor, especially these extra large sidewall windows here on the slides. Those will give you tons of airflow. Not just a walkable, but virtually tap danceable roof. Now, those stabilizer arms I was showing you on the suspension system, those are mounted on the rear power leveling jacks as well, and they're not stabilizers, those are levelers. Remember, wide body coach with an extra deep slide means 10 extra inches of living room for you and everybody, plus 4 extra inches in every single other room, no matter what. Let's see here. Do they give me the dry weight on this sticker? They do. What is this? 9385. 9,385 pounds dry as this one is equipped. So let's step inside here. You should never feel claustrophobic in an open range, ever. They're very tall. They're very wide. They have true super tall walk-in slide outs A tall goofball like me with a receding hairline, as you have probably noticed, is able to walk around in here. Never mind the male pattern baldness. That's just the curse I was born with. But hey, whatever. It just means I don't have to pay the barber anymore. Thanks. Huge microwave, extra countertop set. You know, we'll come back to the kitchen. Let's start at the living room, swing our way around. So first of all, super wide, extra wide, spacious living room right here. Kick your feet up everywhere you can. You're never going to interfere with anybody else because this thing has a very big living space. You also, for cross breeze, have a full Creative Breeze style fan mounted up here in the ceiling. Now, their air conditioning systems even are superior in here. The air conditioner you see has 2 runs. You see 2 sets of ducts right here. A lot of fifth wheels will only have 1 shunt down one side or the other. This is double ducted. Now, the other critical part is when you get down to the end here in the ceiling, this does loop around. There's no cavities that can cause back pressure in your AC system to cause bad airflow. What I'm saying in English is it will always cool just as well here in the living room the moment you turn the air on as if you've had it running. With a non-racetrack ducted system, you can get back pressure in the airflow, which means reduced airflow in the back of the living room and the bedroom. Obviously, those are the 2 areas you spend the majority of your time, so you need good airflow there. This one has been outfitted with a larger refrigerator as compared to the standard 6 cubic foot that's out there most of the time. This looks to be a high-to-bed air mattress sofa. I have not looked around for the air mattress itself. In used RVs, my experience has been plan on making alternative plans if you want to use the high-to-bed. That's just experience talking there. Though that being said, the $17 airbed you get from Walmart, frankly, works pretty darn good. Now, they are exceptionally good about putting extra large, compartment areas in your open ranges. Because this coach is wider body, they do have more room to put that sort of stuff in there. The twin recliners back here are wall huggers. I have this thing kicked out, and it actually pulls itself away from the wall, which is what's cool. So you're not going to be nearly as apt to bust up your window fixtures as a result. Another neat thing, too, is these little side windows right here next to the recliners do open for ventilation. That is not common in fifth wheels. A lot of times those windows don't open. Extra large cabinets above the rear chairs as well. If you notice, they are deeper than my elbow, and I'm a big, tall, gangly, long arm type person. We talked about the big, super deep... Oh, come on, camera. Focus for me here. Here we go. Oh, cameras listen about as well as husbands. Am I right, ladies? Anyway. Extra tall, walk-in, super deep slide-out. You have seen other floor plans like this. They're not as big. This has more cubic foot of space per foot of length than anything else in its class. That's the thing. You can find other trailers this size that aren't as big, and as weird as that sounds, it is an accurate statement. And detail stuff like the fact that we have padded backs on these chairs, not just padded seats. This table does extend, so you can easily fit more people here. If you got a couple folks that are a little bit bigger like me around the midsection, then everybody can sit there comfortably. Electric fireplace down here works as an electric space heater, so you don't have to burn up all your propane. Huge utility shelf right here, utility table. Good for anything. It could be the nacho serving station if it's, Super Bowl time or something like that. But it's also awesome that they leave you space for extra electronics, though they actually do leave banks for that up here as well. And hey, all original electronics present and accounted for. That is a good thing. That is one of those indicators I look for that tells me these were folks that took care of their stuff and kept everything in the place where it belongs. Those are indicators, not rules, but they tend to hold true. We're looking at a killer kitchen. I call the open range kitchen the dream kitchen because other manufacturers dream they had this kitchen. This is the same kitchen design they basically still use today, and it still is awesome. It is still an awesome floor plan, and this general kitchen design has so much user-friendly cubic foot of storage, it's not even funny. Notice, too, we're looking at nicer stuff here. Like, we're looking at all hidden hinges. We're looking at hardwood doors, not panel doors and stuff like that. Notice the engineering, too. This door is specifically measured to just miss the slide out, so that if this door pops open in transit, and you can't see it when you run the slide out, you're not going to crush that door. That's the kind of attention to detail that they put into open ranges. That's why we like to sell them today. We have a nicer solid surface countertop here, actual true Corian also, by the way, which does open the way for an undermounted stainless steel sink like you expect out of a nice piece like this. Outlets all over the place. There's 3 outlets just like within arm's reach of the kitchen here, so you can always have devices charging. You can always have blenders and coffee makers plugged in. Just looking at the lower storage here, it absolutely trumps anything most fifth wheels are able to put out there. You know, most fifth wheels don't offer a drawer under the fridge. They make you get down on your hands and knees and put your face near the floor to try to reach all the way back there, all the way up to your arm. Not in an open range. In an open range, the storage comes to you. You don't have to go to the storage. This is all wide open over here for big stuff. This is designed for a trash can so that you can have an actual trash can in there, but it just looks very organic, like a common cabinet. It doesn't look like a special anything. And that's what's so cool, is there's so much of this that is deceptively well done and hidden away that you don't notice that unless somebody points it out sometimes, especially folks who aren't familiar with open range as a manufacturer. All original owner's manuals present and accounted for, even the original flyer from the window. These folks were detailed about keeping their stuff in, well organized. Another thing I like is you walk in, you just have a light switch for all the ceiling lights. They're just all in one easy switch. All LEDs also, by the way, way before that was a common thing. Oh wow, these cabinets are still stiff. Big closet right by the door, so you can actually have a jacket right here, so you don't have to go all the way up in your bedroom. Also, a couple things to point out. We do have a central vac system. It's one of the reasons this camper is insanely clean. I love the hidden converter station here. I love that. Not to mention the fact that these are carpeted steps, not hardwood, so they're not going to be slippery. This has an interesting marriage between a bathroom and a laundry room, because this is washer-dryer prep. So you have a washer-dryer prep cabinet down here. If you're not using that, you just have a huge storage space. And we have this giant, just almost second vanity, but utility cabinet. Like, you could almost use that for like detergents and whatnot. A true stand-up upstairs. Bedroom and bathroom are fully walkable, even for tall, goofy folks like me. And if you're tall and not goofy, you can still walk in here. How cool is that? Tons of floor space. This has a massive bathroom. You will never, ever, ever have to worry about hitting your head on the countertop when you're trying to put on a pair of pants. Unless you're clumsy like me, and I'm sorry. You know, there's just a select number of us that are very good at bonking our heads on things. I like that extra little shelf right there. That is useful. Bedroom up here. Let's scope out the bedroom for a second. We have a full king bed in the slide. That is a true 70 by 80 inch king bed, not a shorter camper king or queen. Now, what's nice is this floor plan was built with a king bed in mind. What I mean by that is there's actual walkable space here. You don't have to walk sideways and shuffle to get around the bed. You can actually just walk over here. We do have windows on both sides of the bed headboard that do open for ventilation. We have another Creative Breeze fan up here for even better airflow and ventilation. Although this camper is made with 50 amp service, so if you do want to swap that out for an air conditioner, you can. You have the equipment here to accomplish that. Big full front wall wardrobe right here. Extra all kinds of shelf space on the side over there, with another giant dresser space going on right below. And although some of these images may have come through a little bit dark, it's not really a super sunshiny day here. I've turned on no lights in the coach other than just to show you their LEDs. And notice that you're really not feeling like you're too enclosed here. So if you're stuck inside on a rainy day, you're not going to get claustrophobic, and you're not going to just hate being in your RV all the time. This is one that you get to camp in, not that you have to, you know? So give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, happy camping, everybody.